Don't be surprised when you see me wearing this reflecting vest and having it twisted like this here. It's not because I'm being clumsy. I'm just simply trying to close my company's name.
Receive!
I receive!
Receive!
Pieces of chicken in the freezer. When I open the fridge, I am seeing something that look
Put some money!
Satan gave me this message. It's a lie of the devil, I shouldn't say that. God gave me
The Lord Jesus Christ.
Switch the light on. I announce what is set undertone on housetops. I expose what is done secretly, publicly. I reveal what is done in darkness, in the light. As blood is thicker than water, so is truth mightier than lies. Therefore, allow me here to present to you nothing but the truth. The so-called prophets. How many people who call themselves prophets that are close to Pastor Chris or are surrounding Pastor Chris? I'm not talking about the rest of the so-called prophets in Africa that knows about Christ Embassy, or even in the world. It's a worldwide church, so there's a lot of people who knows about this church. I'm thinking the large number of prophets, some of them are very close to him. Some of them, they call themselves the sons of Pastor Chris. Pastor Chris himself being or prophetical sometimes, even though he is not a prophet in the office of the prophets, according to my understanding, to what they understand, but he's prophesying sometimes. Do you really mean that with this incident happening, there is no one with all these forensic prophets who call themselves forensic prophets who are around Pastor Chris, such as Hubert Angel, such as Bushiri, and all those so-called prophets that are close to Pastor Chris? There is no one among all of them who always tells us which soccer team is going to win a match, what color of your underwears that you're wearing, and stuff, all those atrocious things that we hear, and the bananas in your fridge and all those things, really, that doesn't really make sense, that are not even important. Now, this is the very important thing that have happened. Do you mean that with these people hearing so much from God, is it normal for us to have to accept that all the prophets that were next to Pastor Chris, surrounding Pastor Chris all this time, and they were busy prophesying and telling us this and telling us that, and all those things obviously have not come to pass, and this one, they didn't see it? No, seriously, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. I think we should have had something like fire, flames, smoke, or something like that is associated or related to Christ Embassy from the prophets themselves. They cannot prophesy everything about everyone else except those who are close to them, even themselves. And they tell you about everything else about everyone else but not themselves. Doesn't make sense. This is, again, to me, a proof that these people are lying to us. They're lying to you. They don't hear from God. If God was telling them things or was revealing things to them, they would have known about this issue.
Nothing but the truth.